Hello everyone, is Custom. Today I am hopping into a recovery momentum. I'm going to be talking about, in today's video I'm going to be talking about what Michael Condrey said on Twitter and what I think is going to happen in the AW in Advanced Warfare. Because Michael Condrey tweeted this. I put it up on the screen right here. He said to this guy who tweeted him something, I'm not sure what because he deleted it. But he said, yeah, shotties need a buff. Working on a full weapon tuning pass with several buffs needed across all classes. So what that basically means is what he's saying is that there's going to be a buff coming to all weapon classes in Advanced Warfare. So what guns specifically, I'm not really sure, but he said that they're coming to all weapon classes. So I'm guessing that it's going to be to like all different classes. All guns are going to be buff, because if you guys don't really know and you don't really play competitive, or you don't even need to play competitive, but if you guys don't know, the two best guns in this game for sure are the ASM-1, probably one, and then the two is the AR, the bow, which I'm using right now is the ASM-1. But he said that there's going to be a weapon buff to all different classes, so that could possibly mean that the ASM-1 and the bow are not going to be the only relevant guns anymore. It could mean that it could mean a lot of different things. I'm not really sure exactly what's going on now until the buff comes out, and no one really knows what's going to happen exactly yet. But he did say, like I said, that it's going to be all weapon classes, and he said that he's working on a full weapon tuning. So that basically means that that means that any gun could be the next better gun, you know, because in Call of Duty, it's really like, there's always going to be a more preferred gun. Like, Nate Chat even said this in his video. There's always going to be one gun that just has that slight advantage over the other one. And it's not really, like, people don't know why, because the stats on the thing are kind of similar to another gun. But it's just like, there's always one or two guns in Call of Duty, in every Call of Duty usually, that are relevant. Like, you know, and Ghost, there's the Vector for sure, and it's kind of what happened in this game. What happened in Ghost, like in the beginning of Ghost, the MTAR and the Remington were like the relevant guns, and then at the end of Ghost, people were using like only the Vector, and they were mapping people across maps with it because there's a buff that happened mid-game in Ghost, and that was pretty much a mistake. I mean, it's not really a mistake considering what you think about it. But it pretty much, like, the Vector was nowhere to be found before Ghost. I mean, not before Ghost, but during the beginning of Ghost. Like, no one knew really about the Vector. I mean, obviously it was in the game, so people knew about it, but no one really used it. I mean, honestly. Yeah, so, like, before Ghost, no one used the Vector, and then in the middle of it, or whenever that buff happened, that the Vector got all godlike, everyone started using the Vector because, I mean, like I said earlier, there's always going to be one or two favorite guns, maybe even three sometimes, that always have a slight advantage over, like, every other gun. But that's just kind of how Call of Duty goes, I believe that anyways. I think that no matter what Call of Duty you play, I don't think every gun can literally be equally the same. I think that every gun's gonna have its own unique. It's gonna have a unique, like, you know what I mean. It's gonna have a unique like style. Not even really a style, but it's gonna be better than another gun. Like there's always gonna be that in every Call of Duty, in my opinion. But pretty much what Michael Condrey is saying is that there's gonna be a buff to all weapons. So. I just fell off the map. But people at Sledgehammer are going to be working to equalize the game, which I think that can be. I think that can easily happen. But I don't think that in every Call of Duty there's going to be an equal, like every gun's going to be equal. I don't believe that whatsoever. And depending on what class, like what I like about this game right now is I know some people don't like the buff with the ASM-1, but what I like about it is that, like, there's an AR that's relevant, so you can hit them from, like, you can outgun someone with an ASM-1 from far range with a bow. It's just that the bow's an AR, so it's supposed to be long range and a sub, and the ASM-1's a sub, so it's obviously supposed to be close range. So that's what I like about this game, is there is a little variety in the range. So they're like, I mean, in advanced, I mean, not, I can't even talk. In Call of Duty Ghost, the Vector, you could pretty much outgun, I mean, not necessarily every single time, but there's times that if you're a host, you can outgun someone across the map on, like, Freight, for say. You can outgun someone all across the map with a Vector. Like, that just shouldn't happen. That's way too overpowered, and I think that Infinity Ward definitely should have buffed that, but they just decided not to. Because I think the buff was, like, a little later in the game. I don't know. I don't think they're that lazy whatsoever, but what I'm saying is that there should have for sure, like, that shouldn't be able to happen, especially with the submachine gun. It should be subs are better at closer range and ARs are better at longer range. You just should have, like, it's how the guns are, like, how they're meant to perform, like. So anyway, guys, that is my thoughts of that's my thoughts of what Michael Condrey, the leader, I think, at Sledgehammer Games, the maker of Advanced Warfare, I think that's my opinion on what's going to happen with what he said in regards to his Twitter post. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoy this game, and I'm going to continue to play this out, and I'm probably going to put music over the end of this, play this game out, see what I can do. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoy the video. Drop a like and subscribe if you do. And I'll see ya.